As this Call of Duty comes to an end, I thought it's only fair to do what I did, I think about 6 months ago, which is go through my stats again. Yeah, it's a bit of a boring video to end off Black Ops 6, but this is the first Call of Duty in 4 years that I've actually dedicated time to. Because NW2 and 3 were all waste of space. So was Vanguard. I completely put Vanguard down and went back to PUBG for a year. But I've actually had a Call of Duty that I liked so much compared to the last ones we've had. I actually wanted to play it more. Now, you know me, I'm a zombies nut, so my multiplayer stats are not going to be brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, look at my scoring cards. Barely anything is done, but I'm not fussy with that. Let's get my leaderboards. Lifetime. Still one of my better KDs ever. A day playing time. Oh, multiplayer. Oh, dearie me. What's the ratio like? I've got a better elimination ratio. Well, this is this KD ratio with the DM10 than anything else. And the DM10 I don't even like. Let's just see what we've got. Prestige Master, 9 hours. That makes sense because it's just the only time I came back onto it because I got sick and tired of resetting every single class up until here. So I just didn't play throughout so many prestiges. I played 2 games during Prestige 5. I played 6 games during Prestige 4. Prestige 2, 7, and 10 are my most played on multiplayer. What's actually my most used gun? Ames, Cypher, TR2, SWAT, FFAR, M4, SUG, the Val, the Tanto. Wow. Killed by. Oh, jeez. What's my most killed weapon? I've been killed by. So far, 85 in the lead. 96 with the KSV. 127 with the GPR. 104 by an AK. Standard. LC10 was good. 135, 138 with the C9. 200 by an XM4. I honestly thought I'd be more to a Jackal's death than anything else. Because even to this day, with this game, this is still the most overused thing in the game. When there's so many better options than this. I don't get it. I just don't get it. The ratios of using semtexes and frags. Never good. Never good. But again, I don't really use anything. I think I used that in the first 10 levels. UAVs and counter UAVs are my go-tos. I'm the recon person. I'll always use recon. And then the death machine. Something that's actually better with odds. A little bit. I've got more kills than I have used the death machine. But I loved that death machine. When did I use an Archangel? I don't know. I forgot I could just do that. I've got the most accuracy with a sniper. Actually, that makes sense. That does make sense. I love the aims. Aims in Cypher. I hate Gala so much, but that Cypher did so good during that entire thing. My best KD in a minute is that one on Gravity. And Gravity is not even that good of a map. The fact I got a 1.9 KD on Cypher is stupid. Now, the bread and butter. Not much has changed. But again, with this, it's just been going on the current event. Red Havoc, I think it's called. I can't remember. But I'd always just go in with different weapons. I mean, look, it takes me 40 minutes to get to round 40. And bearing in mind this is with Rampage Inducer on. It's stupid. But the one thing I've been doing with this is taking my weapons in to get them on Nebula. Yes, weird, I know. My most used weapon is still to this day the GS45. XM4. This was the favourite gun of mine for a while, like everybody else's. It's the one that's in my top 3. I wish you was in my top 5. You have been redeemed so much, Olympia. So much. I'm surprised the Marine's this high up. Val, that makes sense. Don't get. APR's actually alright, Val. Where's the Merrick? I'm not used it that much. There it is. They've done this and the Olympia and the MP40 so much justice. The funny thing is, this with rapid fire, when it's full auto, is just a fun weapon to mess around with. If you want damage, it's single round. This thing, I don't even know what to call this thing, but yet this is the first weapon I got Nebula. I am literally doing that. I am literally doing that right now. Oh, I'll text them back in a minute. But yeah, this was the first thing I got Nebula, which is ironic because it was one of the last DLC weapons we got. No, it was the last because the MP40 and the M14 came before this. So the fact I got the last DLC weapon, Nebula, before any of the base guns, does not make sense to me. You were fun to play around with. I just love looking down at all these weapons and seeing what was more fun to use and what wasn't. That was actually a pleasant surprise. That's thought. For showing that, why is it not showing me the ice staff? Wait, let me go on to Z's. I mean, as we go on to zombies, I might actually change it there. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Oh, you're kidding me! I got beat by 2,000 points! Oh, that's so crushing. It's fine. Well, that's so crushing. I thought I'd won that hands down. Alright, let's try the zombie barracks. And I went too quick for the game. Here we are. Alright, let's see if it's any different now. Yeah, so the ice staff is there. Number 3. As it really should be, in fairness. I think I overloaded it. I think I've overloaded the game a little bit. But it don't matter. So yeah, that's... The ray gun being 6th has really surprised me. I'll be honest, I'm surprised the jet gun's even that high. The Mark II is in at 7,000. I'm thinking of all my different eliminations from Black Ops 7 with this thing. And that was just a beta test. So let's take a... For its flaws, the Grave Mark is actually a really decent weapon. But it was just too slow for me. I don't want to cock it back each time. I know that's how the rest of the revolvers were, but... I don't know. It's still a brilliant weapon, don't get me wrong. Nail gun's there. The only wonder weapons that will be this low should be the melees. Oh, it's counting these. I thought these are all bounced together as one Raygun Mark II. Okay. Beam Smasher fair. That's the Void Sword, I think. The fact that the waff is this low is really hurting my soul right now. The fact that the waff's this low. But it's not like the old waffs. The Gagor effects as being down this low, I am actually really shocked at. I thought I got more kills with the Gagor effects, but then again, didn't really use it because you don't need it for the main quest after you've built it and done the thing with the vermins. The standard bastard sword. Fair. I forget which version of the Rego Mod 2 I've got here. That's the version I used the last. Goliath Command Overflow. Are you actually kidding me? Well, at least now I can see. I think. No, stop it. It's fixed. Alright, let me scroll back down to that. Because I was quite enjoying memory lane with that. So many weapons in this. Oh, so I was down at the bottom. I've messed it up again. Oh well. It's starting to show some of them, but not all of them. Okay, this one has to be the semi-auto one then. Because the semi-auto one I used all the time. Not semi-auto, full auto version of the regular Mark II. The better one. That has to be the shotgun one, I think. And that's AR? The sniper? I can't really remember. And things I've not really used are the melees. Except for the power drill, which is a brilliant. One boss kill. That's the Guardian! And thank God. And then the knife. I did try to use some of these, but none really float my boat. But if I had to go through my favourite weapons, obviously that's going to be there. It's the Mustang and Sally variant of the game. It's going to be there. I'll take two wonder weapons, and it's going to be the Ice Staff and the Raygun Mark II. But favourite guns is a GS45, Maelstrom, the Olympia. You know what? Shout out to the Grekova. That with the Big Mag plus Akimbo is stupid for damage, so that's in there. The SVD as well. Sniper shotgun. And it's brilliant. And then I have to give it to the GPR. The British rifle. That is one of the sole reasons I got carried on so many of the main quests that I did. That thing can just obliterate anything. I will give shoutouts to the M14, the Resonator, but only the 7-round burst one, because that's quite brilliant. And then I'm going to give it to Strider. It was the weakest thing in the game, but once it got its 3-round burst effect, it was brilliant. So good. Oh god, what equipment? I've used 1,876 and I got 16,000 kills, that's fair. 8, near enough 600 Casmirs and 12,000 kills. Casmirs I love to use. Molotovs, that was a last ditch effort. I always used to run in with C4. I'm glad I stopped doing that. The only reason why I used you was for sound trials. Who doesn't love a monkey? Impact grenade was fun. Thing is, that was thermal grenade. Nah. Blast traps. Again, you gotta be lucky with that. It's a frag grenade. You're not gonna do much with it. The incantations. Okay, the incantations made it into this. Vacuum seal. That just shows I've done reckoning Easter egg. Hang on. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Pretty much 8 times, and one of them was a big fail. I will never use smoke again unless it's for tactical use to get calling cards. Decoys I've always used. They're just brilliant for when you need to use them for camos. Field upgrades, what we got? Energy Mind. Tells me my top augments? Sweet. Okay, they've really changed a lot since I last did this. Highest multi-kill, 41. Highest kill count's 40 for Dark Flare. Dark Flare I wish I used more. It was so underrated. Frost Blast. Didn't really kill anything wrong. Mr. Peaks was fun. It says no kills, but Mr. Peaks definitely got some kills. Taunts used, kills used. Frenzied was fun. Healing Aura. I think I did that just for calling cards. Tesla Storm again. Half of these, Frost Blast, Peaks, Healing Aura, and Tesla Storm, I only did for the calling cards and for the Mastery Badges. The most used thing is still Ether Shroud, and it always will be that. Oh my god, I told you how long you've used perks for? Okay, thank god it's Death Perception. If Double Tap was my least used perk, I'd be so annoyed. So what have we got? 12 days on Jug. 9 days on Deadshot, that's fair. Wait. Highest critical damage. The highest critical damage I've done is 32 million. Wow. 32 million? I don't want to know why I even used that on. Dying Wish. If that argument has to stay. Dying Wish has got me out of so many tricky situations. Time active, 8.5 days. 47 revives. It's pretty good. Did nothing, did nothing. PhD Sloan Tribologist. 3,000 kills with PhD alone. Vulture Raid's fun. 4.5 days. Elemental, I was a little bit skeptic in this game, but it's not as overpowered as it was back in Black Ops Cold War. Like with Shatter Blast going everywhere. Everything's been calmed down with that. 24 elite kills with melee Macchiato. I'm actually quite shocked at that, to be fair. 10,000 melee kills, 172 specials. I'm just glad that this perk came back. This is what I was begging for ages, to have this perk come back. After 10 glorious years, it did. Welcome back, old friend. Love the redesign. And the last one I loved the redesign on was Deadshot. Alright. I'm a mods, what we got? 17. Okay, I expected Dead Wire and Napalm Burst to be close, but I didn't think it'd be that close, because I spend more time now on Liberty Falls camo grinding than I do anything else. 17,000 on Dead Wire, 14,000 Napalm. The rest of these were literally just for camo challenges. Even Shatter Blast I didn't even use. The kills on Shatter Blast and Light Mend are all from Elemental Pop. So technically we don't count as anything. My most used score streaks. The mean injection was so fun. 223 uses, 71 kills per use. War Machine. I don't think there's anything here that I've used and not got kills with, apart from that. I still need to get your thingy. Legacy badge. And in fairness, I'm not far behind it. You're just there, you always were there. Save a Sentry in Hellstorm. Even a Mangler Cannon. Never really used these. It was the top 6 I used more. Okay, the hand cannon I didn't use quite as often, but it's near enough on par with the Grim Reaper, so I'm not gonna mess around there. It's got 30 kill difference, I don't care. But the Grim Reaper, Death Machine, and War Machine, when these came into the mix, my god, they were so good. Chopper's always all reliable, though. I've only just used more Death Machines than I have War Machines. Wow. But when it comes to anything else, I liked this addition to the game, the Mutant Injection. I really hope this comes back in 7 because that is a really good score streak. Even though it was thoroughly abused at the beginning of the game to get to high rounds. Verbally abused to get to high rounds, that was. But it was the only way to reliably kill if you did have the ray gun, the jet gun, the Wonder Off, or the ray gun Mark 2, or the ice staff in your map. That was the ideal way to get stuff done. Even when elites started getting too tough for you to handle, the mutant injection would do it for you. I gotta see this now. Reckoning, highest round is 50. 66 is Shattered Veil. I spent more time on Shattered Veil than I have. No, more time on Reckoning than Shattered Veil. I don't think I'll ever get round 50 on the team, and I got close. Citadel. If I put my mind to it, I probably could do around 50 with you, but it's the constant melee that put me off. How I've not got you level 50, I don't know. I've got 4.5 days on you. And I got 4 days on Liberty, and Liberty Force, I got to round 61. I don't even remember going to round 61. I don't even remember that. When did I go 61 on Liberty Falls? Was it during the Mo LTM or was it something else? I can't remember, but what's got the fact that these have got the most played games is ridiculous. 22. I played that 2 games less than that. Wow. $124, 147. Granted, the only time I went on Terminus these days was to do all my weapon comparisons. Because it was the easiest map to do it on. And then Liberty Falls was literally just my camo grinder. Because Liberty Falls is so easy to grind camos at. Wait, what's my medals like? When did I last get invincible? Fair. The only time I'll do that though is with a mutant injection. I need to look at the leaderboards. She interrupts my video and still beats me in everything else. Oh wait, no she doesn't. Alright, let's go worldwide. Korea, top 1%, I don't know where. I'm not even going to bother scrolling down. Top 1%. Top 1%. Top 1%. Alright, let's look at the times. 28 minutes, 1%. 1% for Terminus as well, surprisingly. Citadel, top 10%. I feel it's because I did Citadel once and never again. Tomb, this is going to be terrible. Top 1 for Tomb? Really? Ah, what's Shutterville like? Top 2% in an hour, 7 minutes. I'll take it. How someone took 3 days for Shattered? 3 days! Alright, Reckoning. What's my fastest time? An hour 25. Top 2%. I'll take an hour 25. Let's see how my friend's done. Not done Reckoning. Not done Shattered. Not done the Tomb. Not done Citadel. Done the first two, but I'm probably gonna guess that. Wait, that's our squads. Not done the tomb though. Wait, when did I do Liberty Falls in a squad? I can't remember that. Ugh, I will never touch that. Ever. Never again. Alright, let's get to the last thing. Camos. Like I said, I am literally working on Nebula. Everything, I think, should be on Afterlife. Okay, the PPS is... How is the PP the only one still on Opal in the SMG category? How you're still on Opal, I don't know. Okay, the LMGs is fair. Oh. I have not finished off the Marksmans. Or the Frost line, surprisingly. How are you still Mystic Gold? I don't even want to know. Literally, that was my first Nebula. Okay, hopefully it's a Mystic. That's fair, because these might take a while. But then again, with how this is going on, with the amount of Mimic spawns and Mangler spawns, it won't even take that long to get it done. I am going to end on this note, then. It's definitely been the best Call of Duty we've had for the last 5 years. And that's my opinion. That's my opinion. To me, it's been the best one we've had for 5 years, ever since Cold War. Everyone's attuned to their own opinion. That's the important thing here. Everyone is attuned to their own opinion. You can have your own opinion about which Call of Duty is best and which one of the last 5 years is better. If it's Vanguard, you're just wrong. But overall, the start of the game was a little bit shaky. Then it started to gradually get better. Once the seasons came in, I think that's when it started to really hit highs. Then when it came to, I think, season 4, season 5, slowly dipped. And once we got Reckoning, for zombie fans, we knew we were not going to get another map, but they still released the LTMs. That's what brought me back, was the LTMs. It was the Mo one and this Haunted Havoc one. They're bringing me back in. Because without that, I have no content. I didn't actually do a video on any of these Haunted Havocs. And the only reason why I haven't, I did not want to literally go through every single boss fight again on Rampage Inducer. It's the only reason. They took out the jack-o'-lanterns, I think, now. Wow. Okay, that makes that slightly harder. Love it. But in all seriousness, this has been a great year for zombies, in my eyes. Just with 6 maps, 3 really good ones, 2, and 1 just toss it in the bin. But now we know where the story's heading for Black Ops 7. So, my final video on Black Ops 6. And it ends up being a review of my stats. Again. It's the best I can think of. Right, I'm going to end this video now and get myself to work. I'll catch you later.